Hey everybody, welcome to we have FNL Radio back again, everybody, and we are doing it live. As I've told you all before, we're starting a new tradition here with the new era of FNL Radio, so that we are on the great quest for Monique's Google check. Finally, everybody. So we are now doing the show again. Thank you all for watching last week's episode. Our first episode, I called the last episode the first official episode. Even though we've done a live video before, this is the first official episode. Well, last week was the first official episode, so this is the second episode into the new foray of FNL Radio, where we are doing FNL Live, people, where we are giving you the video version of what we always do on the radio. So a lot of you have always used to ask to, what y'all look like, or how y'all do the show, because we're in two different areas. Well, due to technology and advancement of technology, we are able to do the show this way. So I do thank you all for watching. And again, I'm your boy Doc, and got Monique. I can't say Monique on the line anymore, but Monique on the other end now.
Hey, my loves. How's everybody doing out there on this? It's a little chilly Saturday night, but how's everybody doing?
Yes, it's very chilly. I actually just turned the AC off, and I was going to come in here with a good sweater, but my sweaters are packed away, and I can't quite find them because I didn't move everything off my truck. So I am finally moving stuff into the apartment today because my storage runs out for its free trial on Monday. So I decided to go ahead and just get everything out of the storage today. But I have a 24-hour rental on the truck, so I'll be in the middle of the night moving shit out. And that's why I'm in a different zone right now of where y'all last saw the last show. I was facing the balcony area, but now I'm in a whole different section that I'm not going to give y'all a tour of yet. People, I told y'all I'm not giving y'all niggas no tours of no new apartments. So
must be nice. Balcony area. I'm just in the same section I was in last week in my office upstairs, but must be nice. Balcony areas and whatnot. But I guess when FNL Management LLC funds goes to our apartments and moving and whatnot and condos, guess that's what we get.
some good stuff right here. Shout out to the Seagram's Gin and a little mixture I just made real quick. But that wasn't with any FNL funds, everybody. Those are my own funds from my own job. Don't let the hype fool you, everybody. I am not taking any or stifling any money from FNL employees or anything of that nature. But again, I do thank you all for watching. As you all see, I am tweeting right now. Follow me at Mr. DocMRDOC, so make sure y'all watch the show. And also on Facebook. Now, we have a Facebook page. Now, I don't know the direct link to the Facebook page. I just know if y'all follow me, or I guess Monique too. I think it links to yours, I believe. But if you happen to see us with the FNL page, then you can like the page up there too. And subscribe here on FNL Radio's YouTube channel. And all that good stuff. So let me just pull up my little list right now, because we got a nice show for you all too last week. So I do thank you all for last week's show, where we did talk about a lot of different stuff, and you all rock with us as always. And this week we got a good few stories too. So I'm thinking what we're going to do too with this new journey of FNL Radios, where I guess we can do like the top 10 stories of the week. We didn't discuss this off the air. Me and Monique, we usually have our.
I just you follow your lead. You are the leader of FNL Management LLC, and I just do what you say. So, however you want to do things is what I'm going to do. But can you hold on a second? I would like to go get my wine cooler from downstairs. I left it in the refrigerator.
Yes, you can go get your wine cooler while I brief everybody here.
Okay, people, just hold on a second.
Yeah, so y'all don't worry about Monique. She's gonna go get her wine cooler and whatnot. But but again, I do thank you all for being such supporters of FNL Radio. Again, this is something I wanted to try with the show, because again, you all who've been listening to FNL Radio and following my journey for the past 9 years know that we've been doing FNL Radio through Blog Talk Radio, through Spreaker, iTunes, and whatnot. And it's fun doing it that way, but I finally wanted to give you all something where you can look at us and rock with us and act like, feel like you were there. Like you already felt like you were there when we were doing the actual podcast and the radio show. But now that you can see us visually, you can actually feel like you're a part of the whole situation. So that's what we want to do for our FNL listeners. And another thing, too, is that, I used to do the Doc TV video. So if you see the YouTube videos, you probably see in the corner other suggested videos. You see the former Doc TV videos and stuff like that. That's when I used to do the Doc TV stuff. So, you know, again, it's going back to that parade of doing the Doc TV, mixing the FNL radio, so y'all get to have that little journey with us here. And Monique has got her wine coolers, I suppose, dude.
I'm back, yes. Yeah. And you guys, today has been a very, very chill day for me. So you guys definitely have to excuse the Where's Waldo look. You know, minus the red and white hat. But today is definitely a chill day for me. So I don't have on any makeup, no earrings, just all natural today.
And that's fine. That's fine. So everyone, I am currently right now on IG. So if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow us. We'll follow me and Mr. Dot. I might turn my page, since I don't really use a lot of personal stuff on my page anyways. I think I may end up doing a whole situation where it'll be a FNL radio type of thing. So, you know, we shall see. Now, hold on real quick, people. You know, I got to type this stuff out real quick here. FNL.
I think my lighting is in here. It's a little bright.
And mine's like a little tad off since I'm in this corner right now. And like I said, I'm not trying to get our whole tour yet until all the furniture is moved in. Well,
yeah, I noticed that last week, and I didn't really do anything to move the lamp that's in the corner.
Let's see here. All right, so we are back, everybody. So again, since we're doing this whole new version of FNL Radio, we are going to do the same, you know, format as we always do as well. So the week in review situation that we always do. So let me pull up that right now. So hope you all had a great week. My week was pretty much moving. Well, not moving so much until just today, but my week pretty much consists of this work. You know, it was Labor Day earlier this week, and that day off, a lot happens, and a lot has to be caught up at work from just the day itself. So shout out to everyone I work with and getting all this stuff together, and all these crazy ass homeowners, people I had to fuss out, and people I just genuinely didn't feel like fucking with on a Tuesday. So I didn't get fired or anything, but God is good. So, but that's pretty much how my week has been. And then again, just getting everything situated with this move where I can finally get all the furniture in here and finally sleep in the bed. Because let me tell y'all, it's nothing like when you first move in somewhere and you have to thug it out on the floor real quick until you put the furniture up. But in my case, because I was too lazy to actually go get the furniture out of the storage, and plus there was, you know, the murmurings that Irma might be trying to hit VA. So I was like, you know what, I'll just do it this weekend. If anything, I could have just held off for another week probably, but I really need my furniture in here because, you know, the floor works so good, but I'm getting older now, and you know, I gotta rest my bones now. So.
And I'm pretty sure you had enough funds in the FNL Management LLC account to go get you a nice hotel room. If
No, y'all know how I am with my pennies now. I don't like to spend money if I don't have to. And yeah, I just wasn't going to do that. But shout out to Budget Truck Rental too. Now, y'all know everyone always gravitates towards U-Haul trucks. But I'm tell y'all, Budget got a nice little deal though. $23.99 for the full day. Don't do it by the whole hour thing or like the other people do that U-Haul. But Budget, they actually have where you can Budget. I hope I get a nice little price cut from this too. But they actually do where you can. But Budget actually has where you can rent it for the whole 24 hours. They count it as a day, and then their mileage is a lot cheaper too. So their mileage is, I think, mine's 40 cents per mile. So that's a really good deal. And the base rate was $23.99 for the day. So shout out to Budget. Just like the rental cars too, I actually prefer to rent cars from Budget because they're a lot cheaper. Even renting from the airport, it's a lot cheaper with any type of discount, whether it's a Sam's Club discount or military discount. Whatever other discount you have, they have good deals too. So shout out to Budget. Now, Budget, I hope I get a commercial because I mean, y'all gave Jessica Simpson a commercial. Oh, y'all give us a commercial just for me shouting y'all out because I do like to use Budget car rental. So I like a nice coupon for Thanksgiving that's coming up real soon.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be soliciting for a coupon or two.
5. So but how was your week then, Monique? Since you know. people actually now getting to see you and stuff like that here on FNL Radio. She's not a hologram, everybody. She is a real person, so y'all see her now.
It's been great. It's been great. You guys know I was in the 757, so I was at home last week for our family reunion, or last weekend, I should say. So that was really, really nice. It was our 37th annual Thorpe family reunion. So again, just had a great time with family from Baltimore, North Carolina, New Jersey. My family, right at home in the 757. So just had a great time spending time with them, and always with my mom and Jaden. You guys know my mom. I talk about it all the time. She is 90 years old, and she does have she's been diagnosed with dementia. So sometimes with her and Jaden, it's like having two little kids. But I had a great time, like I said, with my family. And then Monday, we kind of came back to Richmond early because, school started on Tuesday. So again, I had to get Jaden all prepared for the next day. Always when I'm home, I always go to, shout out the #1 Chinese. That is a Chinese food restaurant downtown to produce it. I go to every single time I'm at home. Make sure I get my black shrimp fried rice.
Okay.
What'd you say, Roger?
That dark ass rice look high in sodium.
And then I always have to make sure that I get some pork yak. So those of you who are from the 757, especially Newport News, you guys know what that is. So again, and then Tuesday was the first day of school. So getting my boy back into the swing of things. He is a second grader now. So this week has just kind of been busy and hectic. While I'm doing this radio show, I should actually be doing some work for my job, because my boss has called me twice today to just kind of let me know that we may be having some visitors on Tuesday, and I need to have my things up to par. So probably after we get off the show, I will be doing some work, but I had some crabs and some shrimp today. Had a few wine coolers. Was actually going to try to make it back home to the 757 to meet some friends out to the Comfort Zone in Hampton. But I didn't get around to doing that. But all in all, like I said, I had a pretty busy week as usual. But tonight I'm home until my husband gets off work. So I can't complain about the peace and quiet that I'm enjoying right now.
Yes, everybody. Because y'all know Monique invited me last week, people, to her family reunion. What happened Saturday? Something happened.
Well, it rained. It rained a lot. We did have our cookout, but we had to have it at the Pandora Lodge off of Buxton Avenue, which is kind of downtown Newport News as well, because it rained. So are you shaking your head? No, you can't come to. Okay, right. So it was moved to the Pandora Lodge, which it was still very nice. My mom, she has an older sister. My Aunt Bert turned 92. Her and Jaden share the same birthday, September 1st. So, we always give her a little extra when we do our family reunion, and on Saturday when we do our cookout, or either our family banquet the next day on Sunday. So again, it rained, so we end up having to move the cookout to Pandora Lodge. And then they had like a gaming truck outside for the kids. So the kids got to play in the gaming truck for about 2 hours or so. So I guess that's probably why you didn't come, Reggie, because you didn't want to venture out to downtown to produce. And plus it did rain. And then Saturday night when the kids went bowling, it literally like poured down rain to the point where you couldn't see at all. So
yeah, so skipping out and everything of that nature. It was Mother Nature, and the fact that I was downtown Newport News, bad news, just a smooth couple weekends ago, and I know how I feel about Newport News. Now, did I go to the spare time? Did they catch her down at the entrance?
No, they did not. We actually we went kind of early. Like bowling started about 7 or so. So the kids got to bowl from like 7 to 9, but they did let us know that at 9 o'clock they was gonna cut the lanes off or shut the lanes down, because they do what's called, I guess, globo, where they turn the lights off and everything is glowing and you bowl in the dark. But my badass kid And my cousin's son, the workers at the bowling alley had to come over and say something to them because they were running down the lane, chasing behind the ball, and just a whole bunch of foolishness. So, didn't get the pat down, but we almost got put the fuck out.
All right, well, that's why I was going to take no parts in there because they as possible. You could have had probably outside of spare time. Michael Vick, Daddy, probably out there stuff. But also, I think Monique meant. Well, we probably talked about this off air, probably on the show when we were doing the show. But Baller Wives, I've been catching up on that show. And Mike Vick's wife, I want to call her Jiffy Cornbread. What's her damn name?
Her name is Kiafa.
Kiafa. Well, Kiafa, we're trying to figure out where she's from, but she's a bad news chick because you were saying that Mike Vick dated someone from your high school. Was it a dog or was it an actual person?
You know what? So yeah, did you find out where she was from?
Philly. She's a Philly chick.
Okay, so he must have. Well, they have a strange type of situation anyway, because they've been together like 10 years. They've only been married for 4. And that's nothing that I would be broadcasting to be happy about, Miss Vick. But anyway, that's not my black ass business. But
yeah, so yeah, she's from Philly, and they met. I was doing like a little research, I guess. Maybe we can possibly get an interview down with that. We're doing a video format. We could probably possibly get her interview, whatever. But she's actually was at a party in Atlanta when he was playing for the Falcons, and that's how they met. And then she was holding him down through the whole dog fighting situation when y'all out there in Newport News and Suffolk and stuff, where they're doing some dog fights and stuff in the backyards of mansions. And that's how he got caught up in the streets, like he got sent to jail and whatnot.
And one of those guys that was very heavily out there with him, I kind of briefly. Now I don't know if this really counts because this was like middle school, early high school, but we had a little situation. But again, that was a very, very long time ago. But he was heavily named in that case as well. But again, that was a long, long time ago.
Venture out in Newport News. Excuse me. One of my friends actually live in Newport News, and he told me where he lived. I said, you know what? I'm just not going to visit. I'll just stay my distance. I'll
double street.
I don't know. I didn't even care to know the street. When he said shout out to Nevlin, but I said, you know what? When you said Newport News, I just said, I don't know that area. I bypass it.
Reggie, when I lived in Hampton, you came to my house,
and I almost died out there on the damn snow sheets.
I lived in a pretty decent neighborhood in Hampton. I lived in a gated community, actually.
Yeah, but Hampton, you can get by Hampton, but when you cross a certain area of Newport News,
well, that apartment or townhouse or whatever where I lived when you came to my house in Hampton, that was right down the street from Spare Time.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I couldn't tell because ice was everywhere. Streets going out there, but so I guess I don't know. What you say? Listen, town center that go to Corral.
That's my mama's favorite place to eat. That damn nasty ass, greasy ass Golden Corral over there. But when Jaden was little, he remembers living over there, but the townhouses were like a baby blue. But I guess he was little, and so he would call them the greenhouse. I guess he thought they were green. And so when we rode past there on Saturday night to get back to the interstate to get to the hotel, he's like, "Oh, look, mommy, there's a greenhouse. There's a greenhouse." But yeah, because we were, like I said, right at that Spare Time.
Okay, so I didn't know that, but now I'm doing some Zaxby's now too, because Zaxby's is over there.
I haven't eaten there in a very long time. For one, the Zaxby's here, the two that are here are pretty far away from my house, so I haven't.
They got a nice little value meal section now.
Do they?
Yeah, a little $5.99 special. They got like 5 different options you can choose from.
Oh, really? See, yeah. Like I said, excuse me, people. the two that are here, excuse me, in Richmond. One is like on the west end, the west side of town, and the other one is also on the west end. Not too far. It's actually in the same parking lot where I get my nails done. So sometimes when I'm getting my nails done, I may venture over there if I get really, really hungry. But I don't go over there like I used to. I used to eat there like almost every day. But
And then also shout out to the 804 too. Now my ass was supposed to be in Richmond. It wasn't supposed to be this weekend. It's supposed to be next weekend, I think. Now, shout out to my homie Junior, and then also my best friend Keena. They've been trying to get me to Richmond for the past few months now. I haven't been to Richmond. Now, I used to feel how I feel about Newport News, how I used to feel about Richmond too. So I actually stayed in Richmond for like a good few days. And I was like, Richmond's not all so bad as people used to cook it up to be. Just don't go to certain sections. Even when you go to Petersburg, just don't cross those railroad tracks by the railroad track that Trey Songz has Dollar and Dream at. Just make sure you go to the But he was telling me about some good food places that were in, I think he was saying Richmond, and my fat spirit just got caught up in the Holy Ghost, and I was just like, you know what? I will go to Richmond now.
what places were these?
And I'm trying to see here. So the place had a good happy hour and some good fish tacos. Oh, Croaker Spot. Now, we have a Croaker Spot here, but I haven't been to that one yet, and it's really like not too far from where I live at now.
In Norfolk, yeah.
I haven't been there, but he was telling me that it got like $5 drinks and happy hour on Thursdays, and these fish tacos are good, and all this other stuff. I was just like,
that must be something new that they started, because I've never known them to have a happy hour.
And then the drink he said had 4 different liquors in it, and Alfredo.
See, typically the last time I went to Croaker Spot, we took my mom there for Mother's Day. But typically when I go, it's on like a Saturday or just like a late Friday night. I never knew they were doing a happy hour, but that's cool. I had to check that out on a Thursday night.
Yeah, so I might venture into a day off of work and go there, or maybe even afterward, depending on how long the happy hour lasts. But anyways, people, hopefully y'all had a great rest of your week. Now, shout out to everybody who's been affected by Hurricane Harvey out there in Texas and Houston. Hopefully you all are, still being good, and there's a lot of people that's been coming to your support as well, like Janet Jackson, who we're going to talk about a little later. She was there for a concert tonight for the State of the World Tour for date number 2.
I think I read something where Beyonce gave a speech to the victims.
Yeah, and she helped them. They did a little drive yesterday or the day before as well. Michelle Williams and Miss Tina Knowles. Lawson was there as well. And so those been 2 that's been out there. And then again, the telethons that we talked about last week as well, they're going to be happening, I think, end of this week or next week. So you can be on the lookout for that. And you can still have time to support too. And then also Hurricane Irma, which we did discuss as well. Now, shout out to, y'all know I just came from, it's been a year now almost. But when I was last year in the Caribbean on a cruise, it was a good 8-day cruise or 7-day, however long it was.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was an 8-day cruise when Caribbean did the show. Even though I wanted to do the show because I had the internet on deck, but the connection just wasn't working that way. So, but a lot of people in the Caribbean though, I think was it not Bermuda? It was somewhere else to start with a B. But a lot of the people in the Caribbean were affected by Hurricane Irma's impact already. Cuba's got a good punch in the impact, and now it's hitting Florida even as earlier today. So a lot of our listeners that's in Florida, in the Caribbean, a lot of you all stay safe. A lot of people, from looking at the news, and this is what I always say too, because we haven't, again, here in the 757, we talked about it last week, how we haven't really been impacted like as hard as like a Hurricane Katrina or Harvey or Irma. And I think the last was Isabel here in the VA area. And I think it was another one too, I can't remember her name, but those are really the 2 from my lifetime that I can remember being here in Virginia, where we were like under a lot of water, not that much water like you all, but like we had a good amount of water being from a tidal area. And then also without power for like a week or 2, or some people went like 4 weeks without power. But looking at how you all evacuation plans now, a lot of people, they tell y'all to evacuate in enough time, but from looking at the news, a lot of people were evacuated just last night as early as, this morning. And it's like, how, you know, with stuff that happens like that, when you know ahead of time that it's going to be a hard impact and the damage that it can do, what gives you enough time to know, okay, I need to get my family to get up and get out, and which it gets hard too because of the fact that you do have to worry about the gas prices. That's expensive as fuck now. You have to worry about.
I can attest to that.
Yes, definitely. And so you have to worry about those highest gas prices. You have to worry about the traffic. You have to worry about, okay, if your kids are in school. Sometimes the school don't even dismiss until something happens. So, you know, the hurricane could come Saturday. The school probably gonna have normal schedules as a Friday, or your job probably won't let you get off work until Friday because they might hold that against you. You might have to be a time, you know, or a situation where you may have to use that as a day or whatever. So there's a lot of scenarios that could come up as to why people leave so late in the game when it's a good, big, you know, national disaster happening like this. But again, prayers to everybody who's going to be affected by Irma, because they say it's no joke. And then also, who was it? Jose, what's his name? Javier. What's the other hurricane? And then Quantasia.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a Mexican and a black girl that's about to hit the ground running too. Irma and
I think it may be like Jose or Javier, because when I did go to Kona Grill last night, which is a restaurant here in Richmond, obviously, but some of the people that I was with, they were talking about that Mexican named hurricane, and they were saying that hurricane was go straight to Trump Towers. Since you guys number 45, that person you know, is trying to get all the Mexicans and the immigrants kicked out. So
yes, and y'all been seeing me hashtag and retweet a lot of stuff on Twitter about defend DACA. Everybody now, y'all know that's the act that Obama put into place for a lot of our immigrant children in the country. And here come that orange Cheeto again, trying to fuck everything up and making everything worse and just being a nation divided. And he's trying to, you know, dismiss that act and trying to, you know, do a lot. So we're doing, you know, a lot of people, there's a good message that I had to tweet out, because actually it's a company, I can't forget their name, remember their name right now, but I'll post it. But you can actually tweet, or not tweet, but you can actually text the number. It's like a 5-digit number that you text, and you just text resist to it. And then it gives you a breakdown of what you can do. So it's like an automated text message where you can type in your name. They'll tell you where your local registration is, or your state level registration and everything like that. And you can actually, they fax a letter on your behalf. So they'll write what you want to write in the message, and they'll fax it to them, and they'll let you know that the fax has been confirmed, sent to that office and everything. So again, a lot of things, you know, being young and everything too, it's a lot of stuff that we can get into to really, you know, because this is about to be a fucked up government. It's already been fucked up, but like even just now with that burnt Cheeto in the office and everything, and all his people and his riders and everything, it's going to get crazy. And then, you know, who knows? It could come back and bite us black asses and, you know, in the ass too, because he might be trying to get us out of the country, and we've been here for a good amount of time. And you got to remember too, like it's just been that small amount of time ago, like over 60 years ago, that we just had the whole segregation and everything. So
yeah, and that, going back to that act afforded a lot of children, you know, the opportunity to go to high school, complete high school, go off to college, also get jobs and things like that. So that act, again, really afforded a lot of children, you know, obviously opportunities that they would have, you know, that they would have never been able to receive had they been in their countries and things like that. So definitely, like Reggie said, you know, if you can do something to help, you know, please do. It's very sad. And I think it's this, we're living, you know, my grandmother always used to say, we're living in our last days. Mm-hmm. And with your number 45 in office, we are definitely living in our last days. And again, you know, it's one of those things where I believe that it's definitely going to get worse before it gets better. Hopefully, prayerfully, we will only have to endure 4 years of this. I mean, the last 4 months, or not the last 4 months, however long he's been in office, have pretty much been the worst. But hopefully we will only have to endure 4 years of this. Hopefully he's not reelected. I think with all his stupidity, he probably will run again and try to get reelected again for another 4 years. So hopefully and prayerfully, we would not have to endure 8 years of this foolery and fuckery.
Yes, and the way the years have been set, like you gotta remember, like this year's almost over already, people. Like we almost right there at Christmas. Like people are already writing Christmas lists to me and everything. So just know that, you know, it's gonna be 3 years left. These years are going by very fast. So, you know, we just keep fighting the good fight and just let these 3 years go by, and whoever's going to be our Democrat, you know, person, you know, to run in 2020, hopefully it's not no damn Kanye or whoever's trying to run, but just know that we just got to vote hard in these streets when it comes to 2020.
Yeah, we have to show up and show out at these polls. And again, and we talk about this all the time. Also, again, it's not just when it's the presidential election that your vote matters and that it counts. Your vote stands for something and it counts for something, even in your local offices, the local elections, because that's where the people that live right in our very communities or represent our communities are, you know, making bills and making acts and representing us. And we want to be represented. We want to be represented in the best, have the best representation that we possibly can. Again, you know, those of us that have children like myself, and now you don't necessarily have to have children, but you just want what's best for you and your family. So the only way we can get those things is if we go out and we show up in masses at our local elections as well, because we want, you know, again, the best people that are in the court system. We want the best elected officials, again, that just govern our local counties and our cities and things like that. You know, Bobby Scott, I know you've heard of him, Reggie, but he did some awesome things for the city of Newport News. Bad news. A lady that goes to my home church was really good friends with him. He came to our church a lot back when I was growing up, when I was just a little kid. But I just remember him representing us and representing Newport News very well. And he got a lot of things done for our city that, again, had someone else been in office and that did not, you know, share my mother's goals for me, did not share Sister Leonard's goals for her grandchildren, you know, things like that. We may not have been afforded the best opportunities, community centers that went up, you know, so that we would have somewhere to go, things like that. Minus the dog fighting, we wouldn't have the Michael Vick, the local hometown heroes as well, you know, again, because again, we want someone who can stand with us and stand for us and who shares our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents' visions for us. So again, like I said, and we always say it is always definitely, it's to me more, well, I can't say it's more important, but it's just as important. And again, maybe if not more, that you show up to your local elections and you vote and participate in that.
Yes, definitely. So, you know, we're going to keep stressing it as we always have people, you know, listen to past FNL radio episodes. We definitely stressed it, and we're going to keep stressing it, especially when it's local, you know, even if it's not just VA, you know, even if it's not just Philly, even if it's, you know, somewhere, we're going to let you all know, like, look, you know, we have, you know, listeners everywhere, so we just want, and watchers now everywhere, so just want to make sure that you are up to date on what you need to be doing, you know, updating your voter registration information, updating your addresses, and knowing where your polling places are and everything. So, you know, it's not a lot. It's very easy. Like, you know the schedule of when you can go to the club and what time they charge, or when you go to spare times, what time they're going to charge to go or pat you down. Then you can know when you go to your polling place, or know when to, you know, get your registration, you change addresses and everything like that. Like, I haven't looked at mine. I just changed my address, and I haven't looked to see where my new polling place is. So, you know, again, it's definitely something important. Now that I'm a Norfolk resident now, I guess I need to be up to date on what's going on in Norfolk. But
weren't you living in Portsmouth when your mayor or whoever that was whoever that man was, riding around in the parking garage trying to outrun the police in the parking garage and expect an expired inspection sticker. And I think he had did he have a rejection sticker too?
Yeah, but that's not, I wasn't
an expired rejection sticker accepted on his car, on his Mercedes and that. So yet again, do we want those people representing us?
I wasn't a resident of Portsmouth at that time, so I don't know what happened. I was not in the city of Portsmouth.
Trying to outrun the police in the damn parking garage. Okay, really?
So moving on now. So real quick to shout out to everybody in Philly too, and everybody that had Labor Day as well. Hopefully y'all had a good day off. I know I rested my ass off on Labor Day. It was also my aunt's birthday. Shout out to my aunt Yvonne, whose birthday was on the 4th. Everyone celebrated the National Beyonce Day because Beyonce's birthday on the 4th as well. And then what else happened? Oh, and then also, like you said, all the kids went back to school, so all the pictures and all the kids. Now, there were some little kids that were some inappropriate ass stuff, and you were just in 4th grade. That's not my black ass business. That's your parent, and that's your story to tell to Jesus when you go to the pearly gates and he rejects you for letting your child wear that. But, you know, I'm not going to be that person because, you know, it's not my story to tell. But just know certain family. Anyway, so what else? Now, also, all go down at Made in America in Philly. Now, y'all survived the rain on Saturday night, and Sunday, you know, Jay-Z was there, J. Cole was there, a lot of people were there, Solange was there, and everybody. Cardi B, who, you know, I just talked about last week at the VMAs, she was there at the Made in America Festival. I looked at her performance too, and again, just seeing Cardi's glow up is so real. And then also she met Beyonce there, so. So shout out to a lot of people that were out there at Made in America Festival. I didn't go this year because I would have been told that, oh, using FNL funds to go to Made in America when that's not the case. So.
That's management funds to do everything else. It would have been no different if you had gone to Made in America.
But y'all know I went to a couple of those, but the way my German folk is set up.
Not quite exactly.
But the way my German folk is set up and how I almost bust my ink out last time, I'd say I'll sit this one out, even though Jay-Z was there and J. Cole and a lot of good people. I say I'll sit this one out because I don't want to bust my ink out anymore at a public setting. So there was that. And so another thing that happened over the weekend as well is what did the light go out? Sorry, people. New outlets and whatnot. But new constructions. So shout out to
Oh, I didn't say it must be nice.
Shout out to Serena Williams and her fiance. What's his name again? Alexis or Hanayan, or whatever he pronounces his name, the Reddit guy. They welcomed their baby girl now. Her pregnancy didn't seem as long as most of these other pregnancies been seeming. Like hers actually looked like it went by like the normal time frame, but we had some people who look like they were pregnant for about a good year and a half. But hers, you know, Matt, the calendar went right on time. They welcomed the baby on Friday at St. Mary's Medical Center in West Palm Beach in Florida. And she gave birth to a 6-pound, 13-ounce girl. And baby and mom are doing well. And she was induced on late Thursday night. So congratulations to Serena and her fiance Alexis on the birth of their new baby. And that's a really good thing.
Yeah, they said this week, I guess this week that just passed was her first full week as of yesterday of being a new mom. So again, we here at FNL, we do congratulate Serena and her fiance Alexis. And then, you know, I hate to talk about these niggas here, but they also state that I guess Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West, they are expecting baby number 3.
Via surrogate,
and the baby is due in January. They said it's a baby girl, so I guess we'll say congratulations. But you know, I guess we don't want to leave them out as well.
Yeah, but you know that damn North not gonna fuck. North already wants Saint in her damn room, so North is not gonna fuck with another girl, another third child in the whole situation. So I won't be surprised if North end up killing one of those babies. I feel like that's how Blue might be feeling too. You know, when you're only child for a good minute, and then you have a new baby that's coming to the situation. I think I remember feeling that way when my mom had my sister. I was like, look now, what's this going on here? Who is this person? Why is she here? But
yeah, I am my only child, so I don't have those type of problems. And I was 16 with my cousin Janelle. I was 16 when she came along, and I remember like, okay, does that mean I can't get a car?
Well, they're going to mess up the situation that's at hand. Like, wheels got to be changed and everything, so you just don't know what's going to be happening. So,
yeah, I know that's right. So I used to tell Janelle, someone just put her on our doorstep, and there's really no proof that she's in our direct bloodline. We just found her one day and decided, out the kindness of our heart, we would just take her home and raise her.
Like Forrest's cousin on Black Ink Crew on Chicago. Damn microwave Popeye's chicken on the damn silverware and plates.
But yeah, and then I guess I would assume we would say congratulations to Rick Ross. We think I did read some story about he supposedly allegedly just had a baby as well, some Instagram model, but I don't think that he has confirmed whether or not this baby is his, but the blogs are saying that it is his. So I guess we'll follow that and kind of keep you guys posted.
Yeah, he's out here, posting pictures on IG and everything by, in Snap, pretty much claiming the, being the father of the child. So when
he has claimed it.
He is, but I don't think he's done any glove work. But you know what they say: when you keep claiming stuff in the public eye, that when she try to come at you for some high ass child support, she can get it because you're claiming being the daddy. So
okay, cause see, the last story I read, he hadn't responded yet.
He's been low key responding all on social media and stuff. How these niggas do. So you're gonna go, like you said, we'll see, and if Rick actually releases a statement. He already has a daughter who's like 13 or something like that, so we shall see. Now, also got to talk about some quick news updates real quick. So, Lil Wayne had another seizure. That damn Reginae. Now, Reginae, she made me laugh once upon a time when she did that damn OMG Girls for the first time. Remember on Toni and Toya's show on BET when OMG Girls was recording that song, I Ain't Think About You, and here come baby Reginae Carter. They call me Baby Carter because of whatever her damn rhyme was. And it just made me laugh as fuck. But I was like, okay, maybe she'll grow into, being something, being that her mom is Toya, her dad is Lil Wayne. But watching her growing up hip hop, now I felt bad when that damn Brandon was trying to comfort her a lot of times, but I'm like, she's too spoiled. So here she goes speaking up that her dad is doing well now. Your dad is not probably doing well if he's having all these epileptic episodes now. My sister, when she was little, she used to have a lot of epileptic episodes too, but it wasn't to the extent where they seemed like back to back to back like Lil Wayne did. And people keep saying, Lil Wayne is still sipping on that drink, that lean, if you will. And then also, his weed smoking and everything like that. And they say, no, that doesn't have anything to do with it. But you gotta know, like when you have epileptic episodes and you have a lot of seizures like that, anything can trigger, from flashing lights. That's one factor. And he is a performer, so maybe he was on stage and maybe, the flashing lights got to him. But then also there's a lot of things that happen too where you got to worry about, is this type of drink. Like some people can't drink alcohol because it might trigger, or something might trigger it that you may not know. And after it's been like 4 years since he's been having seizures. So we've been talking about this for a long time now. So it's like you got to take responsibility for your own body. Like your fans and the public can't take responsibility for you, Mr. Carter. So
go ahead.
So I was like, I guess, he's doing well now. Apparently he was in the studio with Scott Storch. He posted a picture on IG that he was in the studio with Scott Storch, who, Scott Storch is from Philly too. And Scott Storch, was a hot producer for a long time. Very talented producer. He can play the damn keys really well. But, he used to fuck with Lil' Kim too back in the day, tried to get engaged her and stuff like that. And then he had money problems with the taxes. And he had a Lauryn Hill situation with the prison. But, I mean, it's good that everybody can try to have a comeback. So it'll be dope to hear their music. But again, Wayne, just take care of yourself because you still got their daughter. You got about 10 kids. You just got to take care of yourself, sir.
Yeah, no, the story that I read states that these seizures had absolutely nothing to do with him sipping that lean frequently. The story that I read, this is of course according to TMZ, just basically stated that it was a mixture of a very, very, very busy work schedule mixed with him not getting any rest at all. They state prior to these most recent epileptic episodes, Wayne stated that he basically had a clean bill of health and didn't have any issues going on. But they stated that pretty much what he was doing was, right as soon as he got off the stage, he would go out, I guess, sign a few autographs, whatever, and then he would go straight to the studio. So he was not getting the proper rest like he was supposed to. And like we said, when you're epileptic, there are a lot of triggers that can cause you to have a seizure. Too much stress, like you said, when you're flashing lights, not eating properly, not getting the 10 hours of sleep that's recommended. So again, he is to take 2 weeks off, and so they're stating by September 23rd he would be back on stage, continuing touring and his concerts and things like that. So definitely keep Lil Wayne in your thoughts and your prayers. Again, we hope that you ain't doing nothing crazy. We hope that you're not sipping on this lean, and that's what's causing it. And, I guess I would think the common sense would tell you, and again, you would want to be around for your 50 million children. But again, who am I, just a little host on FNL radio? But I would just think that there would be something to trigger you to say, I want a little bit better for my health. I want more for my children, and I want to see my children grow up, and my children want me around. But, again, they state that these most recent seizures had nothing to do with alcohol and drugs and things like that. But we know in the past, some of the seizures that he has had have been attributed to that. So, again, we just hope that he's okay. We hope that this is the last of those seizures. But, again, just pray for him and keep him, again on your prayer list.
Yes. And also, pointing back to another person who cleaned their life up, who's doing really well is Gucci Mane. So we talked about Gucci, and Monique pointed it out to all of you all that, the reason he probably haven't gotten the damn award in his life until last weekend when he got the VMA with Fifth Harmony for the down video for Best Pop Video, is because most of his career he's been locked up. Well, now, y'all know I used to talk about Gucci back in the day, too, because when he did push a girl out of a moving vehicle, and that's why he got locked up. And then that was right when he released an album too. That wasn't that good, but I forgot the name of it. But it had that one song with Usher on the lead single. It wasn't that good of an album. But then he pushed a girl out of the vehicle. Maybe that's why he was upset. And, countless other things too. But Gucci has, switched his life around. He's engaged and ready to get married to Keisha Kaur. He got a reality show. He's on Fifth Harmony song. He's on a song with Selena Gomez. So he's been doing really good. So now he's been doing so good that his autobiography comes out, I believe, next week. So he's been doing so good that the judge has lifted his probation to actually, he's going to be pretty much finished. They're going to lessen his probation by 2 years now. So now he'll be basically finished real soon. So,
won't he do what?
Exactly. So now Gucci can live his best life, he never been out of the country. I forgot on Instagram a month and a half ago, he just posted that this first time he get the tour out of the country. So I mean,
He's been in jail most of his career, prison, whatever have you. So I guess we're happy that he's able to see the world in a whole new different light. Yeah. So nigga, just stay out of jail, stay out of prison, keep your ass out of trouble, and you will continue to get to go out the country and see the world in a whole different light if you just do the right thing.
Yeah, so, like y'all been saying too, his lips look healthy because he don't smoke that stuff no more. His health, his weight's been good. Cause y'all look at the old pictures to how Gucci was then to how Gucci now. You can tell the difference in his life, and then also too.
Yeah, he looks like he's bathing on a regular basis.
The hair is good, he got a good grade of hair. So I mean, that just shows you when you clean your life up and you do better, you know better. So, we'll keep him in our thoughts to make sure that he keep on the right track. So y'all keep rooting
for Gucci.
Yes, definitely. Mr. Redder Davis' new album drops at the end of this month as well, people, so make sure you support him. Now, another person, too, we got to give a quick shout out to is Tweet, who gave us a health update as well, because I know she had the blood clots in her lungs, and they couldn't know where the source was when they found the clots. Well, now she tweeted, and she said that miracles still happen. Just wanted to say thank you all for your love, concern, flowers, cards, and most of all your prayers. I am doing well and going home soon. I was down, but never count God out. To God be the glory. Because you know her man is Jamal Bryant, so I guess she got a good extra strength to prayer. Shout out to the prayer oil. So you know she's doing real good. So that's good that we didn't lose another R&B person. You know, to anything health wise. So you know, shout out to Tweet, and continue to keep her in your prayers to make sure that she's continuing doing good on the healthy mark. Now someone else who I feel bad for. I saw the video. I don't know if you saw the video, Monique, but KeKe Wyatt. So she
I did and
deleted it. But shout out to the Shade when they kept the video up. But KeKe, now y'all know her and Michael Jamal have been doing this up and down situation since forever. Now, this is not the same husband that she had back in the day that she stabbed him. Now you remember back in when it was 2002. I remember I was in middle school when this story came out, but. You know, we didn't know KeKe Wyatt like that, but she did a drug with Avant, Nothing in This World.
Yeah.
And that's when we started hearing stuff about her marriage truth. Well, it was back then, I forgot who the guy's name was, but there was this whole truth to truth game that happened, and then next thing you know, she stabbed the man.
Yeah, and she states, and according to her, it was in self-defense. Apparently, this man had been physical with her, or she was in an abusive relationship with him, physically abusive relationship, also probably emotionally, verbally, everything else, all kind of abuses that you could think of. So she states that she had to stab him in self-defense. It was her life, or or either she tried to take his life. So.
Yeah. So she did what she had to do. And she has 8 kids. She's still pregnant too. She has a child that's actually going through leukemia.
And that's actually the son. I'm sorry. That's actually the son with Michael Jamar.
See, and that's sad too, because that they're going through, especially KeKe as a mother, she's going through all of this stress. And then we've seen her even on R&B Divas. They were on Marriage Boot Camp like a couple of seasons ago. But from us that, I didn't watch Marriage Boot Camp when they were on there, but for us who watch TV One know that the R&B Divas Atlanta storyline and everything, how KeKe still had these trust issues, how she still had, a lot of self-doubt and stuff like that. Michael always say, no, you're good, you're this, you're that, and stuff like that. But, and this is another thing that too Michael said, because he did confirm that he is leaving her and that he doesn't want to be in the marriage, that he'll still be there for his kids, but he just doesn't want to be married to KeKe because of everything that she's going through, like as far as her, self-doubts and her, insecurities and everything like that. But
even on R&B Divas, she talked about and I remember, and I can't remember if this was like the first season or the second season, but Selena Johnson and Nikki Gilbert and all of them, they were trying to get her to go out. And she said that she could not go out if her husband was not there. He pretty much was the only friend that she had. They pretty much, she stated that she pretty much followed him to the bathroom.
Yeah, Velcro, like how how they used to call Tamar and Vince Velcro. KeKe and Michael were like Velcro too. Cause I remember there was one scene where they were going to somewhere and they was like, "Why is Michael coming with us?" Like,
yeah,
Velcro.
Yeah, she bust out and started crying then and stated that he was the only friend that she had. And if he couldn't come, she couldn't come. You would not and could not see one without the other. So, aside from everything else that we kind of knew and heard about her, that scene right there just did not sit well with me. I always thought that she was a little off. And, again, this is not attacking her. This is not shaming her. But, she was sending those business meetings and make them crazy faces and... You know what I mean? But it is very sad, because again, she did take the Instagram live and she was crying and just stating that, he told her he wanted a divorce from her because she was an emotional wreck. Again, she is 8 months pregnant with her 9th child, which is, you know, his child as well. Their child that they have together, their son, is battling leukemia. So she's back and forth to the hospital with him. She actually shaved her head, you know, to honor her little boy, you know, who had treatments and things like that and started to lose his hair. So again, she basically stated that he was telling other women that he was going to divorce her. I guess she found out from, I don't know if he told her first or if she found out from, you know, these other women, and then she confronted him about it, and then he confirmed it. However it went, basically she stated that, you know, he was telling other women that he was going to divorce her. He was filing for a divorce if she called them, and this part is weird, but if she called them, don't answer the phone. To talk to her about anything. And basically she stated that she was done with Michael Jamar, and we could have him and roast his ass. It was a very, very short video, but nonetheless, it was very sad, very painful to watch. I you know, and again, even though they were on marriage boot camp, you saw them have these issues. Right before we did the show, I watched the Black Love documentary, that whole series that's on network, and it actually was very, very, you know, inspiring, gave you something to look forward to, you know. So again, I always thought that those two, you know, would make it, even though they had their issues. I always thought that they were in love with each other, but he states that you know, basically, you know, the timing, I guess, of something like this is never good. And I'm just going to kind of sum things up. But he stated that he could no longer stay in a marriage that was toxic. He states that she is a great mother, and she does not, meaning KeKe Wyatt, give herself credit, you know, for all the things that she's accomplished, all the things that the positive things that she has going on for herself. But he states that he can no longer also allow his children to live in a household where the energy is toxic and just not a healthy environment in the living situation. So I don't know, that sounds like he may, you know, be trying to do something different when it comes to child, you know, when it comes to custody and things like that. He also pointed out that basically he has raised his, you know, the children that she has had with him, and then, you know, the children that's not biologically his, and he will continue to be a father to them even though they will not be together. And he just asked that, you know, the people continue to lift them up in prayer. If you commented, just, you know, be mindful of their children and things like that. So you know, again, he kind of he addressed it, but it was very, I don't, to me, it was mature. You know, he didn't go back and forth with her, you know, and air dirty laundry out and say things. You know, he just stated, you know, again, you know, lift them up in prayer, you know, be strong, you know, for the both of them. And he just stated, you know, that it's never good to go through a situation like that. He doesn't know when the best time, you know, is to go through a situation like this. But again, he just can't live in the situation that he was living with, continue to do that. And even like, I don't know, and even on that show, we saw their house. It was just a house full of people that lived there, like a whole lot of people lived there. It seemed very chaotic. You know, it was, I don't know.
Yeah, so again, it's one of those things where you know what you signed up for when you get married. Because he even said too, like when he met her, that's how she was too. But I guess it's one of the things too, you know, you want to help someone fight it through the end, but at the same time, it's like if they're not changing, or even if it's something that just triggers where they have to feel those insecurities and those, you know, things again, you would think through better or worse, you know, when you take those vows that you will still be there for them no matter what. But we're in the age where instant divorce happens, where people, you could annoy someone, they, you know, might take a shit the wrong way and leave the toilet seat up and don't put the air freshener on. You'll divorce them ASAP. So, I mean, things happen now to where divorce is just a quick fix, or what you think is a quick fix for everything. But, you know, again, it's sad because they have all these kids and they're going through the situation right now. And it's something that he knew that she was going through. And then she's an emotional wreck. that you're supposed to be there for through those emotional times, but it depends on too. We don't what we've seen on the show and what may be happening actually in their real life to where the emotional wreck may be she might be punching him or something crazy to where he finally is saying that he's going to leave now. So you have to look at it from two different sides where, you know, yeah, it's kind of fucked up with the timing of everything right now where he could have waited until after the child, because now it's adding extra stress to her because she's already stressed on top of having to deal with a child that's sick in the hospital every day, that she has to go visit in the hospital every day, that, you know, the child can't be home like that. So, you know, a young child at that. So she's already going through a lot. And then, you know, that could be a high risk pregnancy because of the many pregnancies that she's had in her age and things like that. So, you know, it's sad overall, to be honest.
They've been married since 2010. So, again, you know, you guys just lift them up in prayer. Please keep, you know, again, KeKe, Wyatt, and Michael, I think his name Michael Jamar Ford, just, you know, lift them both up in prayer. Maybe they can mend things and work things out and stay together for the sake of the family. But again, we are not in the household with them. Like Reginald said, you just don't know what's going on. And it could be where she is lashing out physically, you know. And I'll tell you, you know, in a situation like the one that she's been in, sometimes all you know to do is fight. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and you're talking maybe with your fist. And that just may be all you know. So, and everybody ain't down for that. Everybody can't take that. So again, we don't know the whole story with these two, but it's very sad. Sad situation.
It is. Well, hopefully someone that does real good along their journey of relationship deal is actually Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx. So we've actually known, there was like one picture of them like a couple of years ago where they were holding hands in the recording studio. And, you know, people were like, oh, you know, are they talking and stuff like that? So it's like a big secret. But I guess they finally confirmed their relationship when they were holding hands, walking on the beach on Labor Day weekend. And they look very cozy, look very cute and everything like that. But a lot of people were saying that it was part of her divorce clause, which from Tom Cruise, not to publicly date anybody or publicly go, you know, acknowledge that she's dated anybody for 4 years. Now, keep in mind, too, Tom Cruise and Jamie did a movie. What was it, Collateral? They did that movie, you know, some years ago now, and they became best buds on the movie. And so it's kind of like, I guess they didn't want to say anything too, because it's kind of like breaking bro code in a way where, you know, Tom and Jamie were cool, and then Tom was married to Katie. He was jumping on couches on Oprah, professing his love for her and everything like that. Had a little baby Surrey Cruise, a little grown ass girl like that. But now that I guess they're, you know, been done for a good, you know, long time now. So I guess now Katie just finally just want to come out with Jamie and just acknowledge that they've been dating and stuff like that. Which the time frame I'm trying to figure out too, because Jamie be having a lot of babies out of the blue somewhere. That little girl, she gotta be about 7 probably. That little girl that's been on the red carpet, the little light skinned girl he's been carrying. So I don't know when. I'm not trying to do my math right now, but congratulations to Jamie and Katie for finally. You know,
yeah, they say that Katie Holmes is very happy. The the article I read, you know, talked a lot about her just stating that she felt like she was just free. Mm-hmm. Almost like Tom Cruise had her ass in a damn like he was just kind of holding her hostage, or pretty much like she was a slave.
So apology. So
yeah, that too. But she talked about a lot. The article talked a lot about her just feeling free. She's happy that she's able to be herself and be herself around Jamie Foxx. They state that little Surrey Cruise is totally in love with Jamie Foxx. He has definitely Jamie Foxx has her stamp of approval. And she states that the good thing about their relationship is they have a lot of trust built up. So they're able to do their own things. He's able to go off and be off, you know, doing his thing on one coast, and she can do her thing on another coast. And then they just kind of bring it on back together. But she doesn't have any issues with not being able to trust him. He doesn't have any issues with not being able to trust her. And again, they both can just be free and be themselves around each other now. Again, like you touched based on it a little bit. I did read as well that Tom Cruise was not necessarily happy about this relationship, and it's not like it's really new, because again, we've talked about this. It's been alleged for quite a few years, and then again recently, September 6th, they got a picture of them frolicking on the beach. And again, just to join each other's company. So we're happy for them. I hope it lasts. And then they stay, on relationships and having or on marriages and having babies. She is not in any rush to get remarried again. Jamie Foxx is not in a rush to marry her. She states that, she is pretty much done with having children. So, again, they're just living their lives, dating and enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah, so congratulations to Jamie and Kay. So hopefully now they can hit some red carpets and everything. Because I think in a different way, like, they make a cute couple only because of the background of everything. And then also, like, just looking at the pictures, like, they look like they really are into each other. So that's a really good thing when you find love. So congratulations to those two right there. Now, we'll on to someone who, we haven't talked about this person. I know I haven't mentioned this person name at my mouth since 2004. He had some hits though. Game Over, Flip, Sunshine. But Lil Flip, the forgotten rapper himself, has told us that we need to give Trump a chance and defending Trump. Now, I guess he learned from all this bullshit with Steve Harvey, which we're going to talk about a little later. But he did, when the whole, we talked about last week too, how Trump and that damn immigrant went to
Texas.
She in these sits and chills, stuffing in flood waters and stuff, and he just not really, pretty much said good luck. I remember there was one interview where he was leaving somewhere, and they would ask him about Hurricane Harvey and the victims. He said something about good luck. So here comes Mr. Lil Flip. He said critics blasted Trump's Texas visit for making a remark on crowd size instead of getting his feet wet and helping with rescue efforts. So Lil Flip said he has a soft spot for him, and although he might want to check the status of the local airports, most were closed for days and are only now operating within limited services. So he basically is saying that, it was out of Trump's hand, but I mean, you're the fucking president. You're supposed to have your own jet, blah, 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 this, and other. So, I mean, Obama didn't have any problems doing anything. So, I mean, just saying excuses. So, Lil Flip, your comment is not validated, Mr. You are a forgotten rapper. We haven't heard from you since forever. So, again, just stay back in the hidden coffin somewhere where you were and just don't make another scene or just even answer any more questions. I mean, I know this was your time to be in the spotlight because we haven't heard from you since 2004. But, I mean, at the same time, just keep the black ass home and just, make sure that your house not flooded. So, I'm just saying. So, there was that right there, everybody. So, those are quick updates now. Another update, too, is we discussed their marriage, and I had some feelings about her saying that she's too old to have a job. But Mike Epps and his wife, now, we talked about this story.
So I stand behind her 100%.
Yes, that was our battle here on the show, everybody. When I was saying that, she's not too old to get a greeted job at Walmart. Monique said that, what did you say that she? I don't know what you said. I forgot.
About the same age and shit. I'm the old bitch now. So again, I can totally understand.
So, what's her name? Michelle McCain has finally, and Mike Epps have finally reached a divorce settlement. So, so she walks away with 10 properties in Indiana. Now, I didn't know he had that much money when he walked away when he got 10 properties in Indiana. But it is Indiana, so it might be properties in Gary, Indiana, or something. Somewhere small townish. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He, it's probably small areas.
Yeah, and
if they're big areas, he will not have his coin purse. But that's a lot of property, sir.
Yeah, and they ain't listen on the PDF file, because on the PDF file they'll tell you stuff, but they ain't really quite mentioned it up here. But he keeps his 2016 Mercedes, his 2015 Jeep Cherokee, a 79 Caddy, a 2011 Suzuki. Okay, this is a chopper. Okay, I'm about to say, like, who's driving a Suzuki?
Yes, Suzuki chopper.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why the car. But he's also going to pay her $25,000 a month in spousal support for a total of 6.5 years. But she remarries, he stops paying, which is of course fair. He also pays $15,000 a month in support for their 2 children. He also is footing the bill for their private school. They split royalties from his numerous movie and TV roles, including The Hangover, Hancock, and Girls Trip. Have you seen Girls Trip?
I haven't seen that yet, but they say that Michelle also walks away with a small fleet of cars herself, including a 2014 Bentley, a 2013 Mercedes, 2015 Toyota Prius, and a 2013 Land Rover. So, talking about never again being too old to work, I agree with you, ma'am.
Well, sure, I guess I have to now, but they was also sell their family home in Encino, California, and they will split the profit.
The profit.
Then joint legal custody, and are still in the process of working out the physical custody arrangements. But remember, she was trying to get $109,000 a month, so I guess that's better than having to pay that much. But I saw Girls Trip the movie, and I don't remember Mike Epps, maybe because
I still haven't seen that, but
it's a funny ass movie. But I don't remember him being in there. And then also, too, I guess he's not getting the money from that Uncle Buck show. Remember, that came on ABC. That came on real fast. So, no, she ain't getting royalties from that. But again, I guess she don't want to have to work no more. I guess she don't have to get that greater job at Walmart after all. So, this her retirement money.
Well, girl, get it how you live.
Mike, it was cheaper to keep her, to be honest.
And you guys know he has been flaunting his new boo thing all over Instagram, and I think she is a producer on one of their own shows. Is it Ayala? I think Ayala Fits My Life, his new girlfriend. So, and we talked about this a few shows back. Mm-hmm. So again, like you said, Reggie, it was probably cheaper to keep her, but he has been flaunting his new younger boo. So remember, Mr. Epps, if you marry her and things go south, she's going to state that she's too old to work as well. So again, congratulations to you, Michelle.
Yes, and we talked about it too earlier. How, I talked about this because I said, I'm showing this like little mini marathon right now of Ayala, but just kind of find out that actually the new season is coming on September 30th of Ayala. So Ayala and her bang are back for a new season of Ayala.
A sad piece.
A little sad, dusty piece. So so we'll be watching y'all.
You look like you got it.
So we will watch it on September 30th, everybody on network. So moving on now to another story now. So one that y'all know I was kind of hesitant about this. Can I tell you how she always cancels shows? How she, had the vertigo once upon a time because the concert I was supposed to go to. I was in Philly. And I was a freshman in college. I was like, I'll go see a Janet Jackson concert. Because I remember I saw her concert when she was here in VA at the Virginia Beach Amphitheater when she this off the U tour. So she was real nasty then. Because she was giving niggas nap dances on tours and, spinning him around doing the whole S&M shit. So I said, I'll go see a Janet tour since I'm a little older now to actually be able to really experience the Janet shows. And then she went ahead and canceled the show because she had vertigo. And then she did an Unbreakable tour, and I said, you know what? Last year, I was going to get a ticket at the Norfolk Scope. But I said, I'm kind of hesitant about getting a ticket, though.
FNL Management, LLC.
So I was like, you know what? I'll wait again. And then here she comes with the announcement that she's starting a family, but we didn't know she was really pregnant or not. And y'all followed this whole saga on FNL Radio when we talked about her story. But now Janet, and when Janet said she's going back on tour, when she did a little mini video a few months ago, we were like, now Janet, how you going to do this tour with that damn baby? Because we were really doubting her. Like, we was like, is Janet going to really come back and go on tour? Because she's not going to feel like she's about to be 51 now. She having babies at 50 and stuff. What business you got on tour right now, Janet? Just take care of your baby. You already neglected one child. Make sure you take care of this one child now. So, you got Tiffany up here doing the interviews and Mama the Barge up here now. Little baby Tiffany or big girl Tiffany up here on Going Up Hip Hop trying to persuade Christina that that's her half sister. So I was just like, we shall see what happens. But Janet all fooled us. So as Janet said, she here to snatch wigs and want to make y'all gag because Janet started her State of the World tour in Louisiana on a couple nights ago. And when I tell y'all, Janet, if y'all saw the pictures right now, y'all saw the video footage, like Janet looks good. Like she lost that weight. And this is what Janet's known for. Janet will gain a lot of weight. And this time it was for good reasons because she was pregnant. But Janet's that person where she would gain a lot of weight and she would lose it just like that. And what, you know, and it's just like weight wear. So, you know, Janet looks good. You know, she got the high ponytail like she on the Janet tour, the Velvet Rope tour. The jeans are bad, the slim white tees and stuff like that. The dancing is there. She's not wearing the hammer pants. So I guess, you know, since she's divorcing an old billionaire boy, that she don't got to worry about wearing Muslim clothes right now. So she looks real good. And
yeah,
again,
she does look good, but nigga, I still ain't so. I think by
only 2 days in now, though, people.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, nigga. I'm still not so. I think by Thanksgiving she will be that cancel some more shows, and then y'all gonna be well in 2018, waiting for her to come back again. So. She's lost a lot of her baby weight. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. She's pretty much lost all of her baby weight. Like you said, she's in her jeans, in her white t-shirt. She's doing things that she wouldn't, that, you know, she did a long time ago back on her nasty tours and things like that. We're not seeing her dressed up and covered from head to toe and things like that. But still, nigga, I am not so. I think back, I say at least Christmas. She gonna cancel that too again, and then y'all gonna be looking to get y'all money back. I think I read something briefly the other day about people that bought tickets to that tour. They're still trying to, I guess, settle with Ticketmaster on getting their money back. So don't hold your motherfucking breath, okay?
Ticketmaster did tell us that you're not gonna get a refund on because of the fact that she is going back on tour and it's a rescheduled tour with a different name. So, you know, that's one good, you know, hustle right there. So shout out to the scam right there. But I mean, again.
Yeah, that sounds like some shit you would do.
My mind ain't gotta be always throwing in it. Cause you already tried to put me on blast on Twitter the other night when you talking about
you were past the basic skates, sitting in the same front row of the class at seminary.
And I just felt offended. So I had to defend my character on, you know, Twitter and everything. But y'all know I'm a good pastor. You know, I'm not here trying to scam y'all money and stuff like that. I don't be having parties and stuff like that. I mean, even though I should hold a party.
Yeah, did you just throw a party recently and you made some expensive chicken salad or chicken Alfredo or something?
Chicken Alfredo, I don't eat chicken salad.
Okay. Either way, the shit was expensive. I ain't never made nothing like that.
Here are my two crock pots, ceramic crock pots.
You know what? Shit, I'm still waiting on these motherfucking gas prices to go down. You know what happened today when you was talking to me.
All these allegations, my God.
Yeah. You know what happened to me at the gas station. What did I do?
Put the wrong gas in.
That's right. I put my fucking regular in my BMW. Prayerfully, I made it home.
No, I was gonna have a good fluxion of a lot of people getting the damn what's the stuff you put in the car to get the gas out.
That damn 93. That damn gas was like $3.45. Oh hell no. These hurricanes got to go to fuck somewhere and sit the fuck down.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what gas prices are doing right now. So, but back to Janet real quick too. So again, shout out to Janet. Janet, like Monique said, she's not sold yet. I'm a little sold, no. But it's only 2 days in because it was like a few days in before you canceled that Rock With You tour. So Janet, you know, hopefully everything's all in order now. Your health is good. You got your baby. Because she's supposed to come here to Norfolk Scope in December. So we'll see what happens. She might cancel because it might be snowing on the road. Who knows? But, you know, we're going to hold out for hope for you, Janet, because you've been doing quite good. You outlasted your brother. Let's just put it that way. Not in a bad way, people. I'm just saying, because when Michael was doing that damn This Is It tour, he was a little struggling, but because he was on some stuff at the time. So we didn't really know the whole story of it. Shout out to Michael Jackson. But so that's that there. What else is in that story? People So the Braxton. So shout out to the Braxton family. So I'm guessing we're getting another season of Braxton Family Values real soon because Tamar, or hell, we haven't even had a season of Tamar and Vince. But maybe because it's biting her finger off like it's a chicken finger and stuff. So maybe they had a whole lot of production on that. But I know they're supposed to be doing another season of Tamar and Vince, and also Braxton Family Values supposed to be coming real soon. Well, that means new music coming from the Braxton clan themselves. So Tamar has announced that her new album, and her album title, let me go back to her album title, because very, very interesting.
Bluebird of Happiness.
Yeah, Bluebird of Happiness. The album cover is very artsy. It looks nice and stuff, but the Bluebird of Happiness is a new album coming out September 29th. And the single My Man is up there. She got a track with Yo Gotti up there, but she's also claimed this is her best work to date. So on September 29th, I'll be streaming. I'll be listening to see what Tamar is working on this new album. It's going to be 10 songs on the album, and
yeah, and apparently this album, I guess, is I don't want to call it like a sequel, but it was supposed to follow the 2015 album Calling All Lovers. And then, you know, she got sick and with those blood clots and things like that, and she had to take a break. So now she is back. And again, like you said, she has, you know, put out here on the internet that Calling All Lovers will be out again. What is it? September 29th. Yeah, September 29th. Did I say Calling All Lovers? It's the happiness of a hummingbird or bluebird. Yeah. Bluebird of happiness. Bluebird of happiness. But again,
bluebird is now. What's the bluebird? I'm thinking of a blue jay, but I guess she wants a blue jay of happiness, but it's a bluebird of happiness. So, but the album's coming out. It's also gonna be her first album on her own label. So her album, her label, Tamartian Records, is gonna be pushing out the album after her deal with Epic Records fell through. She's been with them for a couple of albums, and for good reason. Tamar, good thing you did leave Epic, because Epic kind of making a little down style, you know, little. Now that the streets been talking since LA situation.
And then also, in speaking about Tamar, she also had like a KeKe wide moment real quick last week as well, but she quickly deleted her Instagram live video. But apparently she was very upset and she was in tears, covering her face. And she stated that basically she told her fans that she refused to be with someone who treats her like she is nothing without them. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of her fans were asking her to elaborate more. They were asking her what was going on, if she was okay. They was kind of giving her uplifting words and words of encouragement and things like that. And so then she quickly, again, like I said, deleted that Instagram live video. And then after that, she posted this message on Instagram that read, "I am slowly learning that some people are not good for me, no matter how much I love them." She also wrote in the caption, "Preserve your peace. It's yours. The world didn't give it to you, but if you let them, they can sure take it and then take it back." So again, a lot of people insinuated that she was probably talking about Vince. And we all know that they've had a strained relationship as well, from the fighting, the arguing. I've even read somewhere where Toni Braxton had to call the police on him as well, I guess, for a situation between him and Tamar. But again, just like the Janet Jackson shit, I am not 100% sold. Nigga, catch me on another day, another time, because I truly believe that in the next 2-3 weeks, they'll be on Instagram Live and she'll be feeding them hamburgers and ribs and chicken and shit and be singing Mariah Carey songs to them. So, you know, again, I think this was some attention seeking, as she always does. And I think, and I don't know, and this is just me personally, I think because that situation, and we didn't talk about this, but you know, she had a situation with Nene recently, where there was some Nene Leakes was on Watch What Happens Live, and somebody told her that she looked like Tamar or was trying to look like Tamar. Of course, Nene Leakes shaded the person. Tamar got wind of it and was posting messages back and forth for like a day or two about the situation. So I think when that didn't get the attention that she was looking for, then all of a sudden this comes out. And then now Friday is when we hear that she's dropping her new album. Yeah. So again, I'm not sold on this. It could be about Vince. It just may have been her attention seeking again, like she always does. So, again, girl, I guess we're gonna pray for you.
Yeah, because then Vince was also in a little accident too. He crashed into a tree a few nights ago. So again, maybe he was stressed out and maybe they had a fight and he crashed into a tree. I mean, we all saw it happen with Tiger Woods. And then also too, you gotta remember they brought it on themselves whenever she always mentioned, in the earlier season of Braxton Family Life, how she always mentioned Vince. She always called him Ike. So I mean, you kind of laid the eggs there, Tamar. So if you're going through some truth moments, all the money not worth it. You can go ahead and leave. I mean, it's not worth it getting punched by a fat nigga. I mean, I know those fists hurt. So and then he bit your fingers off too. So that's one thing there. That's a penalty right there. That he bit your finger like this damn chick said.
Yeah, I believe in a few weeks we'll see them on Instagram and she'll be feeding them cheeseburgers and cookies and shit like that, and be singing Mariah Carey songs to them. I'm just not 100% sold on this whole thing. And again, when people were on Instagram asking her to elaborate, and again, it's her business. Again, they said the message was very vague. Mm-hmm. And it's her business. If she wants to share what she was talking about, what's all going on in her home, hell, she could be talking about her daddy. We don't know who she was talking about, but yet again, I'm just not sold on this whole thing. I think this was some attention seeking, because then all of a sudden you got yourself together and you let the girls know that the album will be out at the end of the month.
Exactly. And then when you're on the reality show for as long as you have been, like almost 10 years now, that these people, they'll always want to know. You're kind of inviting people to always want to ask about your business, even if you don't want people to know about it. You're inviting people to always want to know about what's going on in your life because of the fact that you do put it out there on the show. Like, and damn, the only thing you keep hearing about is you and your sister fighting on the show. So I guess this might be a little switch in the storyline to kind of drift away from that entire storyline of you and your sisters always arguing about the same damn thing from a few years ago. And now y'all still mad in your feelings about it. So again, we'll see if this has been trumped up for the WeTV situation. And also Mary whose new final season of their show comes on WeTV September 28th, which happens to also be my sister's birthday. So I'll be watching Mary. I'll be seeing y'all. I'm hearing there's some stuff, and y'all do season 2 that's going to be a little crazy as well. So
yeah, and speaking of Mary, who was it, Erica and Warren, they were a part of that Black Love documentary on OWN, and they had a pretty interesting dynamic, and situation and story that they were talking about.
Pregnant, and then there was because on this night episode, he was like that he got a girl pregnant or something, or he cheated on her. Girl pregnant, and the girl got rid of the baby.
Yeah, she ended up not having the baby. So
$300, take it to the clinic real quick, wipe the whole situation away. But hey, anything in your heart that you had to do to get rid of the situation, I suppose. But I mean, again, we've seen their dynamic on the show too, man. They look like Warren might throw hands on her too. I mean, he is a big black nigga, so he might her. But
Now that other sister, she looked like that fucking Tina. She looked like she whipping that young man's ass. That the husband that she married to, he looked like he about 52 pounds wet, and she looked like she beats the shit out of his ass. And it looks like on this season, gonna have a few choice words for him. Look like she gonna be whooping his ass this season too. So I didn't realize that this was the last season of their show.
Yeah, so this was the final season.
Then I was kind of surprised that two gospel singers would have a reality show that actually lasted this long.
Exactly. So I'll be watching on WeTV, everybody. So I mean, we should begin fucking up in ATL not too soon after that. And
they got renewed for another season?
I believe they did. So we should be seeing fucking up in ATL not too far after that as well. So
and then when is Hustle and Soul coming back on?
Oh, that's the real WeTV me answers because that's the real show we're waiting on to see more shit. So we're probably getting that 2018, but I'll be right there just watching, waiting.
Yeah, WeTV, they've given us a few good ones.
Yes, definitely. So shout out to them. Also, Toni Braxton too. Speaking of the Braxton, so Toni is releasing her new album at the top of the year too. Her new single Deadwood, and the video drops in a couple of weeks. And the new album that Toni's releasing is going to be called Sex and Cigarettes. So I'm wondering how Mama E feels about this title. But she's been a little lenient on the girls as of late. But Toni said that it's going to be her first album that carries a parental advisory sticker, and that she finally wants to, at 50 years old, that she finally wants to sing about stuff that she wants to sing about and not be restricted, not be, told what to sing and stuff like that. So when we begin to Unbreak My Hearts, we might begin some Unbreak My Coochie. I don't know if we're going to be getting from the album. So,
and I think this album, no songs with her and Babyface, none of that. Never meant to hurt you.
Like Toni's coming raw now. Toni, be careful because you tried to make this whole switch before, and the album backfired on you. But you were pregnant. Granted you were pregnant, but at the same time, the album didn't do nothing. You even call it your own flop. So we're not sure if any Birdman going to have any songs on here or any directions, but judging from the title, I'm sure Birdman has a nice influence on Toni right now.
So, that's what I said. And we're not really sure how we feel about someone in their 50s twerking and half naked and talk about sex and cigarettes. But we will see what you have to offer us. Like you said, just be careful because again, you tried to make this conversion before and it didn't go very well for you. But we'll see. Like I said, we can definitely tell the Birdman has a very high influence over this album because I don't think that you just thought about this on your own and said you was going to name album Sex and Cigarettes. But we shall see what it is about. I think I'm more interested in that than the happiness of a hummingbird or bluebird or whatever it may be.
Low key, I am too. So I mean, we'll be hearing more from Toni's new album at the top of 2018. Now, someone who must be coming out with something, because he's out here just talking again, people. So, y'all know Bobby is ready to drop his, they greenlit the Bobby Brown miniseries movie for him on BET, which will be premiering next year on the network. So, I guess he got a new line of cooking sauces or some spices that's coming out soon because he's doing more interviews again. Like, he keep doing these interviews. I'd be like, what is he pushing now? Because he got to be pushing him to keep getting the interview. But he is on tour now. There is a tour that's coming here to the VA area. I think it's at Hampton Coliseum, I want to say, or Ted Concert, one of the two. But it's a concert. It's like an R&B remix tour. It's him, and I want to say it's someone else too that's on that tour. But anyways, so Bobby's coming out with these things now that he actually taught Michael Jackson how to do the moonwalk.
Yeah, he must have been on that shit.
Yeah, exactly, must have been
high as fuck.
Yes, on some Whitney Holy Ghost shit. I don't know what he was on, but he said I had a few moves that was just super. Plus, I was the first one in Orchard Park to do the moonwalk, so the moonwalk was one of my signature moves. Nobody, I had brought it up from down south. It was something that just killed the game once I brought it up to the East Coast. According to Bobby, the dance craze existed long before Motown 25, and he even passed his moonwalk instructor's lesson down to the King of Pop before it became his signature move. Now, nigga Bobby, if we had known this information, this was been put into the damn New Edition biopic where you cross your fingers, trying to, already scam niggas out money when you was only 5 years old or 8 years old. So I don't believe that you taught Michael how to do the moonwalk. I don't know what type of propofol you were on or some type of shit you might have been on that Whitney probably sold you from the heavens above. But the way that this whole situation set up, Bobby, You didn't teach him how to do the moonwalk. Now, that's the same thing. You did claim that so maybe this was his little leeway to get into the family. Because remember that Bobby said he dated Janet Jackson for a minute, that the family didn't want him dating Janet because he was too dark or something. I mean...
Yeah, and apparently, according to LaToya Jackson, there is video proof out there that, and I cannot remember, and I can't bring up the story. One of the members of Shalimar, and I don't know if our listeners, viewers, or whomever, if they even know who Shalimar is, but that is a group that had Howard Hewitt. You guys probably don't know who Howard Hewitt is either. But one of the members of Shalimar pretty much made up the dance craze or whatever. That was when kind of pop locking came into the forefront, and then he just kind of mixed that walking backwards type of thing with the pop locking and all that good stuff. And then they say that, according to LaToya Jackson, Michael Jackson became obsessed with that, and then he started to add that into his show. So that is who. And then the video and there is actual video proof of that. I saw the video today with the young man from Shalimar, and it was obviously an old video. It was like from 1979, and he used to dance on Soul Train. So. You know, they like I said, I saw the video, and again, LaToya Jackson stated that Michael Jackson became obsessed with that dance move, and started to put it in all of his routines and things like that. But you, sir, like Reggie said, nigga Brown, your ass did not create that move. And again, you must have been high as hell. I thought you had let that shit go, but again, you still using and still getting shit confused, my nigga.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, for you,
somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, because this song you could talk about at least in the '90s when you were still popping and relevant and stuff like that. You could have said something. Hell, even when Michael died in '09, you could have said something then. But I mean, for you went this long. I mean, what you smoking and sipping?
They were kids when Michael Jackson was grown. So what are you talking about?
Yeah. So I mean, that damn Bobby. Can't trust a Brown for nothing because they're always going to come up with some type of bullshit. So,
that's what you said, and I've got to be real. What can Brown do for you? Not a motherfucking thing. That's like one of my favorite episodes, and they had Chris Brown pitch and Bubba Brown pitch side to side. What can Brad do for you? Not a motherfucker.
Shout out to Patty LaHelle, but that is
Bubba Brown, sit your black ass down some goddamn where.
Yeah. So, speaking of sitting down some damn where, so Usher, now we real Usher about this last week too. I convinced some of y'all handlers are starting watching FNL radio because we asked Usher, why have you spoken out yet, sir? You know, what you having? So he finally has spoken out against the whole allegations about him, passing out the STDs and this the Quinta girl or Quantasia or Quantasia or whatever her name is, Qdoba. She said that she did this, had the sex tapes on that, and we talked about that briefly last week. Well, it appears now she retracted her story. She said she doesn't have the sex tape. That what was the bullshit she was talking about?
Well, she didn't really retract her story. It was Lisa Bloom who came out, in which I can't understand why her thirsty ass is there. For one, Quantasia, whatever your name is, we thought that your ass was gone. We thought that you was at Dunkin' Donuts eating you a good dozen donuts. Bitch, we thought you was at CC's. Bitch, we thought you was at CC's Pizza. We thought that we had got rid of your black ass. We thought we gave you over to the whites. Yeah. But your ass is back in the news again, talking bullshit, doing an interview. I think it was a YouTube interview, wasn't it? And she talked about that there was a sex tape of her and Usher. But according to Lisa Bloom, who we still can't understand why her ass is representing this girl, stated that she got it confused. She's actually referring to the tape, supposedly, the camera footage, because the camera footage of I guess the Quinta Inn, Days Inn, Hampton Inn, wherever they were, wherever the fuck they were, caught them walking into the hotel. So basically, she stated that Quantasia, whatever, got it wrong. But as her attorney, bitch, ain't you supposed to be advising her on what to say and what not to say, and what interviews to give and what interviews she should not be giving? What is really going on, girl?
Exactly. Even if she lied about the tape, you're supposed to still go with the story. I mean, you didn't learn nothing from Annalise Keaton. You still carry the story on. You know, goodness. How to get over the STD, that's what you want to call this case. But but you know, that she said that it still might that again, like you said, the hotel security footage might have the tapes and whatnot. Well, here's what Usher had to say too, because like I said, Usher finally has spoken out and responded to the lawsuits and on behalf of his attorney. So in this legal documents, they said one of the women, Quantasia Sharpton, aka Qdoba, said in the news conference with the lawyer Lisa Bloom she did not contract the herpes when she allegedly had sex with him after celebrating her 19th birthday at an Usher concert, but she claims he exposed her to the STD. Usher, through his lawyers, Laura Weiser and Zia Mardauber, also raises an interest argument. The three plaintiffs can't win because they have unclean hands and blah, blah, blah. So in the whole situation, there were claims that Usher claims that two women and the man don't have a legal claim because anything Usher might have done was unintentional. The intimation, if he had herpes, he didn't know it at the time. And finally, he says if he did have sex with them, they assumed the risk. Again, that they had assumed the risk of contracting HIV, contracted an STD. But y'all saw the wordplay there, though. Now, he then denied having the sex with the man part of it, though. He just said if he did, they assumed the risk of contracting the herpes. So, I mean, I guess it's good Usher's now speaking out about this. I mean, it's been a good few months, or a couple of months now, and, you know, at the same time, R. Kelly's been clearing his name, even though more people have come out with his sex cult situations. But, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I guess we'll learn more about this Usher situation, but he did say...
No, I don't want to learn shit else about it.
I mean, dope, and, you know, she kind of fucked the whole situation up. Like, it was a fun game for a while, but Quantasia starts taking shit to the next extremes. Like, she got videotapes, the whole situation at the hotel, naming days in, the claims and stuff like that. So it was a good game until she started fucking shit up and making it too, you know, uncomfortable at that. Because, I mean, again, Usher and Quantasia, I mean, it's maybe he was drunk or something, and you just wanted a quick, you know, pillow to smash in. But I can't see, and shout out to our big listeners and stuff like that, because y'all know I come from a big place, so I'm not judging nothing like that. The way Quantasia's body is set up, I don't think Usher went around, you know, tricking on that or nothing like that. So I'm not sure exactly if she had a dream, a sex dream, if you will. I just don't see it. But
I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't know what to say. I don't want to write off the fact to say, well, he didn't sleep with her because she's a big thing. I don't want to say that. You know, she built like a motherfucking Escalade. I don't want to say that. What I will say is, bitch, your story don't add up and don't match up just because of the lies that we keep catching you in. Yeah. And again, your own attorney came out and stated that your ass was confused. Like you said, most attorneys, I would just think that you would kind of go along with the story. And again, none of this makes sense, and not because she's big. It just does not add up. And then you have these friends that come out and state that, bitch, you just motherfucking stunt queen.
Yeah.
You pulling pulling stunts every week pretty much to do something to get a little bit of change in your coin purse. So again, that's where it is for me. It ain't the fact because you build like a motherfucking Denali, but because of the fact that all these other things have come out to kind of discredit your character. You know, again, like when we first talked about this story, there was her own friends again stated that she does this shit all the time. They had posted a video of her on Facebook begging for donations and funds to do X, Y, and Z like the week before this Usher story hit. There was the claims about her having twins with August Alsina. So again, that's why I thought that your ass had gone to the Dunkin' Donuts, Bud Ruckers, got you a little burger, and we was ridiculed. But it looks like you're gonna carry this shit well into 2018.
Yeah. Why am I really sitting here thinking about Fuddruckers? Haven't been to Fuddruckers. Now, they used to have a Fuddruckers.
You can't go. Didn't one of Jeremiah who tore the shit up in the inside?
Yeah, we put on that too, damn it. But always fucking up a good restaurant. First it was Carrabba's with Damn Name Night Part 2, and then we got goodness.
What was turned up the fryers and
yeah. And we didn't hear much about that story after that too. Jeremiah just played that shit cool, like he didn't do nothing. And then here we come with another hit single. So that's a good story that we saw done as well, because we don't really talk about, because Jeremiah don't really do shit like that, except for fuck Ryan's girlfriend and have a baby with her on Back in Chicago. But
I had never heard this story about Carmelo Anthony supposedly had a baby outside of Lala Anthony, and now they're stating that Ryan Henry. Yeah. Maybe I had never heard that.
I did,
but too. It unfold next Wednesday.
Yeah, so we'll watch that episode and see what the fuck they talking about. But anyways, someone who's blue cool and crying right now, Steve Harvey. So Mr. Coon Harvey himself just released his new talk show. Just came out this week. You remember he did a revamped version of his show where he's moved from Chicago to Atlanta, or not Atlanta, but to Los Angeles. And it's going to be more of like it's a different situation on the talk show this time. He's going to be actually at a desk this time, so it's like a late night show, but in the daytime. So in the new interview with the Hollywood Reporter, we talk about a lot about Steve Harvey probably going on end of the year list for the most talked about stories this year, because we talked about his ass in a lot of different ways, whether it was that damn Mary Harvey.
And speaking of interviews, I would like to see if we could interview her and Essie Berry.
That's crazy up here, but we can a lot of crazy, because she was talking some crazy stuff. I mean, she said there was spirits and stuff, so I'm not trying to play no games.
Who said that?
Wasn't Mary Harvey that said that?
I don't remember that.
I had to remember, because I know a lot of crazy stories, so I had a whole list of that story. Let me pull that up in the archives on next week's show. A clip of that. But in the Hollywood Reporter, Steve Harvey said that he pretty much low-key regrets meeting up with Trump. And he said on the Trump meeting backlash, he said the backlash, it was so vicious that it really threw me. I was being called names that I've never been called: Uncle Tom, a coon, a sellout, because I went to see this man, which only happened because my business partner got a call from the Obama transition team, who said that the Trump transition team would like to set up a meeting, nigga.
And we need to fact check that, because I don't believe that shit at all.
Exactly. This didn't sound the shit you were saying a few months ago when you were whole happy, teeth to teeth, grinning with this damn burnt Cheeto at the Trump Plaza.
And the other thing, what I don't understand is, why are you surprised at the backlash? Did you really think the niggas was gonna be dapping you up and hugging you and praising you for going to meet with number 45? Do you think really that was what was gonna happen?
Well, here he come again. So he said the Obama team said they thought it would be a good idea because the president is encouraging dialogue, and I have a relationship with Obama. We're friends, so I say, okay, cool. Now here's the crazy thing: I'm supposed to be on a boat for my 60th birthday. So my wife said, Steve, just take off and skip the meeting. You'll meet with him some other time. God should listen. You're damn right, you should listen. Now that's the one time you should listen to your side chick.
But still, what he's just admitted to was that he just would have went to the meeting at another date. It won't, like he's stating that he wished that he regrets taking. To me, what I get out of that is that you would just regret taking the meeting on that particular day because it was your 60th birthday. But you would have still gone to the meeting some other time.
Exactly. So then here's the other thing too. So he said that when they had a meeting, they talked about golf for a good 20 minutes. Then he told them, Mr. President, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't vote for you. I campaigned very hard for Hillary. The problem was that we made a lot of mistakes in the campaign. We were playing checkers and y'all was playing chess. But
why
now
are you telling him that?
Exactly. So then he's trying to, talk about the schools and urban development and things like that.
Yeah, he claimed that. Yeah, he claimed that they told him that they were going to make Ben Carson, I guess, in charge of, like you said, urban development and housing. And he stated, because of who he was, he had a lot of keys to different cities. And so he could help Ben Carson out with trying to get a lot of, he stated that they shut down a lot of schools, because of funding and things like that in these smaller cities, but because of his connections, he could help Bill Carson out with trying to get these schools reopened, building, I guess, better housing and housing developments in these urban areas and things like that. He states that he ain't heard from, I can't remember. I don't even know if he met. I think he met with Ben Carson once. He ain't really heard what they're supposed to do, what the plan is to move to the next level. He ain't heard from Trump since. And again, you should have known that all this was a photo out for Trump so he could be grinning and shaking hands with a nigga.
Exactly. Where Rosa at? And she was in charge of black people supposed to be supporting Trump and whatnot. I haven't heard her job title in a good minute. I don't know if she's still working or if she got that good word from the spirit of Michael Clark Duncan to get the fuck out of there. But maybe she didn't.
You know what? Not Michael Clark Duncan. So again, child, go sit your ass down somewhere, because basically to me what I got out of that is you regret having the meeting on that day, but again Marjorie told your ass you could just reschedule.
Yeah, so you might not have had the backlash that week, but it just would have come 2 weeks later. You're still
a coon, you're still a big lip Uncle Tom sellout. Just don't sit your ass down somewhere.
Exactly. You're doing the same shit. Like you working with Ben Carson, it's the same as that damn thing. So
yeah, it's the same as sitting down with 45.
Exactly. So I mean, again, Steve Harvey, we keep a block list of who not to talk about too much on the show because they're going to be the same bullshit each time. So up there with the Kardashians, you might just have to.
We're gonna put you in that same category up there with the Kardashians.
Yeah, because it's about damn time. Like we just tired now, Steve. Like and again, we've been rocking with Steve since he had High Top Fade when he was Mr. High Top on Steve Harvey show. When he was telling
you've been rocking with him longer than that. You remember how he got his claim to fame was on the Apollo, and remember he told that joke about who was it? Was I think it was Mike Tyson or somebody, some boxer, and that's how he really got his claim to fame. Do y'all remember? Do you remember this? I don't know if you were, because I was a small kid, but he was on Showtime at the Apollo. And he was doing this joke, and I can't remember if it was Mike Tyson or somebody, but some boxer he was talking about, and they got hit in the eye, and their eye like swelled up real bad. It was like coming out the socket. And he was talking about what he would have said and done if he was the eye, and he had put his hand up like this in his eye, and he was doing this and act like he was the eye talking. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really how he really got his claim to fame or whatever. So yes, I remember that. I remember a Saturday night being at home in my mom's house on 45th Street, bad news, sitting on the floor in the den, looking at that and just falling out laughing. And I had to be about maybe 8 then.
Yeah, so super young, and I remember like for whatever reason my memory is so good, so I remember stuff like that from Fox on Saturday nights, because again that's the only time Showtime at the Apollo came on was Saturday night, like 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
It came on at 10. So again, I remember rocking with you way back then, but sir, you have let the people way down.
all the way down. So again, he's on our block list now until anything different comes out of that man's mouth. We're going to put him on the block list for the time being for the remainder of 2017, maybe for the whole 2018 people. We'll discuss at the end of the year when we do our review of his case. So now someone who we're going to have to be working on a case with some people. So talk about a beautiful nightmare and bad dreams. So 28-year-old Matthew Phelps, he was an inspiring pastor. So he's one of my people, damn it.
Once it somebody that you done sat side by side with in the seminary.
I don't think it's the same online classes, but I mean, I hope I didn't take a class. I don't want that person on the news like he was such a sweet guy in the class. I don't understand why he would just go and do this type of situation. Well, he called 911 because his wife had been murdered. But here's how the situation happened, though, people. So he says that he woke up from a dream and found his wife stabbed to death in their bedroom. So in the 911 call, he told the reporter that he took some cold medicine, more than he should have, and that when he woke up after his dream and had blood all over him with a knife and on the bed he shared with his wife. I think I killed he said. And then, what do you mean by that? What happened? The dispatcher responded. So authorities said the 29-year-old Lauren Ashley Nicole Phelps, that's too many damn names, a Sunday school teacher, so sad, was stabbed to death from the wounds. I had a dream and then I turned on the lights and she's dead on the floor. He told the dispatcher. How? The dispatcher asked. Toward the end of the 7-minute 911 call, Phelps began to start sobbing, saying his wife didn't deserve this. I have blood all over me, and there's a bloody knife on the bed. I think I did it. I can't believe this. The dispatcher told he took some Coricidin and cough medicine.
I can pronounce that. That ain't some shit that your ass need to even been taking. I have never heard of that, but apparently the makers of this medicine is Bayer.
No.
And they released a statement just basically stating the safety. I'm like a little too late now, but safety first is always a double responsibility. But I'm like, that ain't no shit I ever want to take. But the crazy part was it was cold medicine, but he didn't have a cold. He stated that he had been taking it as a sleep aid. Because he suffered a lot, I guess, from insomnia. I don't understand why your ass just didn't go get on some Ambien or some melatonin while taking NyQuil. So pretty much he again took this cold medicine, and he admitted to took more than he should have taken, and stated pretty much from what it sounded like he had an out-of-body experience. But now I done had some dreams in my day. But I ain't never. I mean, and most people keep their knives in the kitchen. So
what nigga? I mean, sir.
This don't even add up.
Now I do know people in my life who actually, for whatever reason, sleep with a knife under their pillow if they're home by themselves, like for safety purposes. Now, someone else is in the home now. Am I not mistaken? I think I saw my granddad had a knife by his bed once upon a time. I never understood why. But I'm not trying to slice the demons or something, or slice the spirits or the dreams or whatever, or the boogeyman. But this guy in particular, I don't know, not trying to picture it too now. Y'all know I have a very vivid mind, so I'm always trying to picture how the situation's happening. I might want to direct this episode of the SVU once upon in the future. But I'm trying to think, like, you just sleep like, and you just get a knife. I gotta demonstrate for you all. So let me go ahead and get an actual. So, I mean, here you go. I'm thinking just like this, just, and then you get under your pillow, you got a knife, and then you just gonna go like, okay, like what you just doing? Like, were you just going like this, just stabbing her all up and through? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I just, this whole thing that makes us there. I will say now I do keep a box cutter in my crossbody Michael Kors.
I mean,
crossbody Michael Kors purse, and and I don't know. I've always, because I have a child. Like some nights, like when we're here by ourselves, I am a little scared. Like tonight, I'm in the house by myself until my husband gets off, because Jaden is in Surrey County at a sleepover because his cousin's birthday is tomorrow, so they're having a birthday party. But I have every light on in my house. So, but I've always kind of been scared, like when it's just Jaden now until my husband gets home. I've always been scared to like keep a knife or something because I have a child and I wouldn't want him to go and find a knife. Like one night I probably should not be saying this. Never mind. I won't go back to call it CPS.
We're gonna need enough to make me happy. So next week's show to get the follow-up story today.
So, But like I said, I don't understand it. Like, how did you go and get this knife? Like you said, now unless he had it under his pillow or at the nightstand.
Yeah, like the damn tooth fairy knifer going to come and give you some extra knives for sleeping with the pillow, the knife under your pillow. So,
and this reminds me kind of that story. What was the story of that Olympian who the girlfriend came in the apartment and he shot her because he thought she was an intruder?
Yeah. So I mean, again, safety is key in everything. When you're home by yourself, or when again you have someone else that you're looking over and stuff like that, like you're trying to be the protector of your household with your wife and stuff like that. But first off, a lot of these medicine companies do tell you there's a lot of side effects, like you have some depressions and stuff like that. But they just start putting you're going to kill your significant other in the damn side effect menu too. Because,
and they were stating that again, it's not a fact, or they haven't been able to prove that a side effect from this particular medicine causes someone to be violent. I did read that.
They're not damn violent. I've taken all types of, even when I was in the hospital and they gave me that good old morphine, I just thought about sleeping and getting better. I didn't think about having to stab nobody or kill nobody. I didn't even know bad dreams like that. So I want to know, sir, what type of dreams were you having to make you want to stab your wife? Like, were you trying to stab a tree or stab a boogeyman, a Casper, or somebody, and you just get for air? But you was, and I guess, and I'm wondering too, did the splatter of blood wake him up too? Because that had to wake you up. Because I've never felt a splatter of blood on me, so I'm not concerned how that feels. But just from looking at it, I don't know if the splatter of blood was cold, cold blooded. And I don't know if it.
And that's the other thing. Was she screaming? That didn't wake you up?
Yeah. So I don't
understand. Like, she didn't try to jump out the bed.
So
and they have been, from what I read, they have been married for less than a year.
Yeah. So that's sad.
But I don't know if there was a large insurance policy.
Exactly.
There was some type of large insurance policy to inherit, or what was going on.
Something happened. But anyway, so I hope he does a good interview. Maybe I can hopefully. I got questions. Y'all know I always need the answer. So I'm gonna try to see if he's taking any type of interviews. Because from one pastor to another pastor, I can give him some words of wisdom too, from being part of that pastoral college situation and stuff like that. I got my degree online.
When the preacher goes, I see this coming.
Exactly. So we gotta have a communion with him and just try to figure out, brother, what happened, brother? Because he's a white man, so we gotta say, brother, what happened? I don't understand, brother. Like, why did you do this to your wife, brother? I just don't get it.
There's a lot of missing holes in this story. So
in her body. But anyway, so Lord forgive me. It's Sunday. So moving on now to our last story tonight, our Foolishness Express story of the night, people. So y'all know I always talk about Popeyes. So I've experienced fights at Popeyes before in Philly. Whenever there's a big something where Popeyes used to have that $5 chicken special where you get like 20 pieces of chicken or something. So people fight over that. People fuss people out, shoot people over boxes of chicken and stuff like that. Not worth it for you, like, for some chicken. We've had this other stories about Popeye's chicken as well, people. But this is another story to add to the collection, people. So there was a Popeyes in Texas, of all places right now, people. The owner was defending his team after several workers were caught on camera in an all-out brawl with 4 female customers. So according to the franchise owner, Vedo Camargo, so you know who he is already, the employees were simply defending the pregnant general manager who was allegedly being kicked in the stomach during the fight. So the story gonna get real fucked up in the end, people, and I might validate it just because, but I'm not going to. So if you see someone who is pregnant, you're not going to hit them. The manager whose identity was not released is 7.5 months pregnant and had to be taken to the hospital after the fight. Camargo said the manager and the baby are expected to be okay, and the manager had already asked about returning to work. It's not that work. Go to another location, switch to, y'all own done the Burger King now. Go to a Burger King, flip some Whoppers or something, or be the general manager.
I still be on workers' comp come 2020.
Exactly.
You would be paying me for my motherfucking pain and suffering. Goddamn it.
Exactly. So according to the media outlets, the drama started when 4 girls believed to be students at Texas State University came through the drive-thru Tuesday night to order 4 separate meals. So the drive-thru worker asked the girls very nicely if they could come inside because they had complicated orders. And that's one thing that's already further too. So you know, we have a group of people who are young in college. They always go come with some complicated shit because they got to.
What they wanted, the dirty rice without the sausage. Sausage. You know that sausage is all in that damn dirt. Like, what did you want? Red beans without the red beans and rice without the red beans. Like, really? What? I mean, it's a chicken joint. So how complicated? I mean, what are you doing?
Exactly. So when the customers came inside, they started arguing with the general manager and went to the back of the counter and started fighting. Now, how the fuck did they get in the back of the counter for the first time? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in there. Now, this is before closing at 10 o'clock. Popeye stayed busy with somebody, with a lot of customers in there, even to the last minute when they had to close their doors. So, in a cell phone video that's been widely shared on social media, several girls are seen punching and knocking each other to the ground. Some of the girls in the footage appear to be wearing Popeye's uniforms. The spokesperson for the San Marcos Police Department said no arrest has been made, and police and people on the scene did not want to press charges. So, I mean,
what was the part that was crazy about this whole thing was they, like you said, that it was a whole lot of customers in there. People was in there eating. This all-out knockout brawl is happening. This girl is pregnant. Now one nigga got up from the table that was eating that chicken and went over there and helped this girl.
All over $5 box, people. Now this is why you don't do complicated orders, and this is why people get so mad when customers. You know, that's why I try when I go out. I was going to try to be as complicated as or ever. You know, I shot the bomb quickly on Mad TV. You know, complicated order because I don't want to be that person that follows the line. Because if I see you ordering a complicated order, I'm going to be mad and I'm going to trip you from out the restaurant or something because I'm going to be mad that you wasting my time. I'm like Maxine Waters, reclaiming my time, and I can't reclaim it if you like keep wasting my time. Ordering S amount of like you said, you ordering the red beans and rice without the red beans. You just want the sauce on it or something. Go get you some damn jambalaya mix from the damn Kroger real quick and make your own mix that you want to make. I mean, come on, fry your own chicken.
I mean, because I don't understand because it's not like they have a whole lot of things for you to choose from in the first place. It's chicken and sides.
Exactly. You get your dark or your spicy and your white. You know, your mints, if you will, in your mouths. The other thing is you got your fries, your dirty rice,
and red beans and rice and mashed potatoes and gravy. Exactly. So
what complicated could you be? Damn it! I mean, come on now. So these Popeyes customers, I tell you. So then another place, Panera Bread. Now, of all places, I thought Panera's all nice and clean and stuff like that. I go to Panera. My job goes to Panera every time we have our meetings every month, and we get the nice. Bomb ass bagels. They got this one bagel with all this cinnamon sugar on it, and I know it's very diabetic.
It's called a French toast bagel.
But it's so good. But I know it's so bad, but it's so good. I do have a headache after I eat it.
With that honey spread.
Yeah.
Fucking no.
Well,
I'll go to Panera Bread in the mornings. I'll go to Panera Bread, especially on Saturday morning or Sunday morning after church, and go give me one of the French toast bagels and come back home and drink a wine.
And drink
a wine cooler.
A lot of good soups too. So it's soup season too. So
yes.
But I'm afraid I'm going to have to bust a motherfucker in the mouth if they write some shit like this on my receipt. So the Georgian woman is angry with Panera after she found the words. Let me just tell you all the story, people. So during a recent visit for lunch, someone on her receipt or on the ticket read, "Add watermelon for the stupid bitch." The woman, who opted not to be identified, told the outlet that she was in shock. She immediately went to the manager about it, but wasn't pleased with the response. "I was floored. What are your morals? What does Panera Bread stand for?" she questioned. So according to the news outlet, the manager offered to speak with the cashier about the behavior and remake the salad. The insulted customer decided to leave and reached out to someone in corporate about the situation. She claimed it didn't seem too big of a deal to higher ups. The response I got from them just didn't feel like they felt like it was a big deal. Frustrated, she turned to social media. She told the TV outlet doing so satisfied her need for appropriate action from the company. I feel that it didn't. If I didn't use social media as a platform, I didn't feel like I would have been heard. Panera issued a statement saying that Panera has zero tolerance policy for this kind of behavior, and the associate has been terminated as a result of the situation. "We focus on fostering a warm and welcoming environment for everyone, and this incident is not indicative of the way that we treat our guests." So she said she would not return to Panera Bread again. Now, y'all know me. When I feel some type of way with corporate, you know, or with a restaurant, I like to write emails.
Well, wait a minute. Let's back up. First of all, where did Panera Bread get a salad again? Did it include watermelon on it in the first place?
So I don't know if now they identified the person was black or not. So you know, if it was a black person, I don't know if they were trying to be a joke. Cause like I said, I had to go back and search for the menu. I was like, look, now I know Panera Bread, and I know, you know,
I know they got their Fuji apple a salad, which is pretty good. And they wrote it on the receipt.
Yeah. But the fact that they said add watermelon for the stupid bitch. But she being problematic when she walked to the restaurant, that was some shit I would do. Like, okay, she was being problematic when she walked in already another order.
It's not funny, but it is funny because then I think, you know, don't they have microphones they talking to? And no, was it better than for them to have written it on the on the receipt or said that into the microphone? Because I think I probably would die if.
It is so bad, but it's so wrong. But at the same time, it's like, look, now, I feel like she probably caused this on herself. Kind of like, look, if they got to write "ask watermelon for the stupid bitch" on the ticket in all caps, something had to go wrong. So I'm looking at this menu list right now. So, you know, I don't see anything with no watermelons up here on these salads or something like that with any watermelon slices or anything like that. So again, this is why I don't eat watermelon at all. If I did eat watermelon, I just want to eat it in public or just make assumptions that I do like I eat watermelon. Maybe she did ask to have a salad with some watermelon up there with extra dressing and extra croutons. You know, when black people want to get bougie, yeah, you know, black people when they want to get bougie, they add extra Caesar dressing. They want Caesar dressing on their salad. You know, they want no French dressing, which is the only other black two. The only three black go-to salad dressings are Caesar if you want to be bougie, French dressing, and ranch dressing. Now, you know, not to be stereotypical, but that's how it is.
Which I don't eat any. Well, I will eat Caesar, obviously, from eating Caesar salad, but I don't like French dressing. Now I don't really do ranch. I like Italian.
Yeah, and I like French. I used to eat them when I was like a little child, but then
and black folks also eat Thousand Island and Catalina.
Now, Thousand Island I put in the taco salad. I make this bomb ass taco salad, and I use Thousand Islands for that. But I'm looking at here. I see Fuji apple, Asian sesame salad with chicken, modern Greek salad with quinoa. I don't see anything with no damn. I don't even see an option to add any watermelon. So, stupid bitch, did you ask them to add some watermelon to this?
It is, but I'm just thinking. I mean, I guess I'd rather see that on the receipt than be in that damn microphone to be.
Oh my goodness! But that concludes the show, everybody. So we do thank you all for rocking with us tonight, everybody. Made a lot of fun. I have a lot of tears in my eyes right now from that last story, those last couple of stories at that. So as always, make sure you.
I'm still thinking about that receipt. Oh my.
For the stupid bitch. Now that's the first one. You know what? That might be my go-to. So if someone try to, I said I'm not that. See, y'all know I'm a nice person. I'm not a mean person. But if I'm like at a restaurant and they happen to give me bad service, like my Applebee's on Sam's Circle that always had bad horrible service, I might say on the receipt in the tip section, provide better service, bitch. So I don't know. But I'm, you know, I might be about that life if I'm out of state. So if I'm in Newport News, I might say that because they like that kind of talk there. So shout out to our Newport News listeners. I'm not being mean to y'all, but add watermelon for the stupid bitch. Now, could they even carry watermelon at damn even seasonal? They don't carry watermelon at Panera. So who did this? Anyways, so thank you all for watching to tonight's show. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff here on FNL Radio channel. We'll be adding more stuff to the channel, and Follow me on Twitter at Mr. DocMRDOC. Follow Monique at CookieLove1980. The links will be in the description below, everybody. And all times, now I did tell y'all last week we were gonna put the show on iTunes and stuff. I didn't get around to it, and I like this format better, so just stick with this one for the time being, people. And if you want to download the audio from the show, you can actually download it on some like little side piece website or something that you can download the extract audio from a YouTube video. But I am going to actually put the episodes on iTunes. I just have to get this moving under the control, and then by next weekend, it should be on iTunes and Google Play Podcast, Monique's platform of choice. So, you know, Monique, you know, all the Google points now because she, you know, not yet, but she got Google, you know, right now, Google Hangouts, she got YouTube, and she has Google Play Podcast. So Monique should not be complaining about the Google check by Funky Dineva.
Well, I haven't seen one yet, so until I see one.
I mean, it's the second episode, baby girl. We gotta take time.
I think I saw the last time I looked at last week's episode, it was like 28 views.
And they've gone up since then, so
it has or hasn't?
It has.
To how many?
None of your concern for a check.
But yes, we did enjoy rocking out with you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and putting up with us. And
yes, and tell a friend of a friend of a friend on YouTube to watch our videos, everybody. This is the second episode again, and it's fun. It's a different way of presenting the show to you all, so make sure you continue to watch the show. I know some of y'all asked about Spreaker because y'all were actually thinking that the show was on Spreaker last week, and I had to tell you all, no, we're on YouTube now, everybody. We've grown up in the world. We've come up, if you will. We're in our Cardi B stage. We're living our best life right now on YouTube, people. So, and it allows us better functionality with the schedules too, people. So we don't have to worry about doing the live show on FNL at 11 p.m. at the time we're supposed to be doing it when we don't do it. So, again, thank you all for watching the show. I am hungry now. I'm gonna go find me some food somewhere, and y'all have a good rest of your night, everybody.
And what ability of salad?
Yes, people. So salad this late. I might go to McDonald's and call some trouble and ask them, can you put some watermelon slices in my my side?
Don't you have a cookout there?
Oh yeah. No, the little drunk college kids gonna probably be taking up the line at cookout. I don't want to beat no people up tonight. But also speaking of beating up people don't bust people's heads with bottles, and don't write stupid bitch on the receipt if you have work with people. If you're in college, make sure you stay long enough at your job to where you don't have to write get terminated friends at women for stupid bitch on the receipt.
Use your words. Use your motherfucking words.
If you use your words, people try to use your words when you're sleeping with your partner and they're having a bad dream. People just shake them out that dream. You know, it's not like a dog when you're not supposed to wake a dog out of a dream. If it's a human that's having a bad dream, people, you see them tossing and turning. Wake the ass up, because you could be the next stab victim, everybody. So make sure y'all have a good rest of your night.
You're not supposed to wake a dog up out their dream?
Yeah, something crazy. And I know King Carl had a dream, and I didn't want to wake him out of it. I didn't know what's going to happen. Because like, there's this one person, I think it was in Newport News earlier this week. She bought a dog off of a Craigslist. And 2 weeks later, she would clean out the dog cage, the dog turned to her and killed her. So I don't be fucking with these dogs there. So yeah, it was on Wavy TV. So, you know, these dogs, they don't be fucking with y'all for real. King Carl know better, because that's the only way of resource of being off the news.
My cousin, they had a pit bull that they had for a long time. And her little son, my cousin's son, my little cousin, I guess he was about 4. This happened this summer. He was playing with the dog, and he just attacked him and bit half his ear off. And
see, I don't trust no pit bulls. The only pit bull I trust are pit bull and skirt Eve and Asher Rapper pit bull. Those only 2 pit bulls I trust.
Okay, no.
Y'all have a good night, everybody. We'll check y'all next week, everybody.
Good night.